And we are live with our John Wick 4 analysis. Mac and Nada are back with us again.
Yep.
Yep. So let's start by showing our ratings quickly. Well, 1 is one of the greatest movies ever. 10 is... No, 1 is one of the worst.
No.
1 is one of the greatest. 5 is
Uh-oh.
average. I'm like, yeah, no. We had technical issues, everybody. So that's why I'm feeling a little weird and bad, but it's okay.
It's all right. We're about to run it.
Yeah. All right.
Hard
Oh.
Hard eight.
Look.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, look. The first John Wick is an easy 8 or 9. As an action movie, as an American,
Raghib in his mind is like, not 17 out of 10. How are you?
Yeah. It's out of 10, right? Not okay. 7 out of 5. Obviously, doesn't everybody rate like that? Hello.
You know that John Wick 4 got 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't care
Rotten
about
Tomatoes is a scam.
I don't think, it's totally a scam. It is not a reliable source of rating.
But like, why would someone scam such an unknown franchise?
Like
paid.
Rotten Tomatoes is always opposite of the trend. Like whatever sucks, it's amazing on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, there's tomato meter because Rotten Tomatoes is 2 scores. There's tomato meter and then there's the popcorn meter, like audience versus critics. So what's the critic score for John Wick?
I like the IMDb scoring.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's fan made. So I give it a 7. All right, hear me out. Is it a good movie? Of course.
Obviously.
Of course. Is it the best John Wick movie? No.
Make you believe we know what
There's
we're
1 and
doing.
2. Is it better than 3? Yeah,
When in fact,
for sure.
we do not.
Is it way better than 3? Not way better. 1 is way better. 1 is objectively way better than 3. It's not just a little better. It's way better. It's tighter. It's more concise. It's cleaner. The action's more stylized.
But where do
the
you
script
put,
is better.
Where do you put the mistakes in 4 if it's a little bit better than 3?
My mistakes in 4?
Because 3 has a lot of issues.
3 has a lot of issues. My mistakes for 4 are the length of it. It is entirely too long.
I give you that. I give you that.
There's a lot happening. Well, now while I appreciate epics, I do like epics. Again, this isn't a 5 or a 6. Like I'm not giving it a 4. It's a 7. It's a solid, a good movie. You should go. Yeah, you should see it. Should you pay money to go see it? Nah, I don't know about paying money. I don't know about paying money.
I mean, you'd pay money to watch the franchise of it. It's not like John Wick 4 particularly. You pay to see the franchise of John Wick.
I did just watch all 4 of their movies. Somebody's getting paid from all 4 of these movies. Somebody got paid. I know I contributed my part. I don't need to go to the movie theater and drop $30 on a 7. If it was the first one, you got to go see that in theaters. If it came back out in theaters, I would tell you to go see it. It's the first John Wick. How have you not seen that in theaters? It was incredible. Go to a drive-in. It'll blow your
But that's
brain
the whole
cap.
thing, is that the 4th movie, I enjoyed it more the second time than the first movie. When I watched it the second time. The beauty of the first movie is the unknown. I was like, you don't know who he is. That's what builds the tension.
I
But
don't know.
That's the
I think
tension for the Force too. Like, there's a lot of new characters. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
With them.
That's
But
why.
watching it a second time, I don't know if I can go through that.
I don't know if
It's
I'd recommend
too
a second run
No,
through.
actually,
for the
when I
fourth
went
one.
to the theaters to watch it the second time, it was
long. In
specifically
the theater a second
for. Hear me out. It's specifically to watch the introduction of Caine. His introduction was really good. Come on.
His intro is good.
You love some Donnie Yen.
He's like,
Look, everyone loves Donnie Yen, brother. Everybody loes Donnie Yen.
But
Donnie
it's
Yen.
not, but it's not because like he's lovable or something. Because he's good. He was a good character in the movie.
because he can fight.
I think in general,
could-
the cast of John Wick 4 was very well done.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bill Skarsgård. I mean, dude, that guy's incredible. I love both the Skarsgård. Actually, all 3 of the Skarsgårds can act. I like seeing them in movies.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Who's
I-
Skarsgård? Who's that?
The Marquis.
Oh, the Marquis. Okay, yeah.
That's Bill Skarsgård.
He's
That's
Swedish. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he is. He really is. He looks like it. Like he looks like a Swedish person.
Like this is why I told you, like the villains in those movies were really good. Like you have good characters. It's like that's why I like if you have good characters, you have good action scenes. I understand it's a little long. I don't know why we'd say it's a 7. Like it's just.
Well, the characters are a little campy. I think John Wick has moved out of the action thriller to the epic series. I mean, a saga. It's like a saga at this point.
So
Not only is it
what's
the
wrong with
fourth-
that?
It's when you have that much movie, it has to be well paced. It is. So
was.
you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad score. Not a 10. It's not like I'm on the edge of my seat like sweating for the next scene to come on. You know what I'm saying? Interstellar. The Matrix, you know what I'm saying? Where you're like, I have to know what happens. I have to. Like you can't pause the movie. You got to sit through it all. This is 2 hours and 15 minutes. All right?
I
it's a
watched it
mission.
over 2 days. Like
You didn't.
There it is.
cannot.
There it
I watched it
is.
over 2
Okay,
days,
there
and
it
I was
is.
fine with it. I wanted to know what happened just because, like, they were gonna duel at sunset, and I needed to find out what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I didn't lose sleep over it. I did lose sleep when John Wick went excommunicado. That was the only time I literally lost sleep over it. I was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen to him? Like, oh,
That was a huge
You
sign.
said we weren't on our seats. What about the cart scene, man? Come on, cart scene.
Card scene's great. Card scene's fantastic.
Come on.
The villain is the villain is cool. I like when. All right, so again, this is now an epic. So it's like 300. It's like it's almost a 3-hour movie, and that's because there's like
you keep saying
30
like
characters.
you keep saying like it's a bad thing. Like it's not.
It's
a bad
not.
thing.
It's not.
it's an action movie, Rahim. It's an action movie. It's so maybe
Yeah,
it's my
but the
like.
characters were relevant
No.
throughout the whole movie.
The
It's like,
characters
were.
were
Yeah,
relevant,
they were
but the
good
fight scenes
characters.
were
You have
very long. The
good
fight scenes were
villains.
so long. The fight scenes were.
I give
I
you
felt
that.
like the
That's why
fight
it's not a
scenes.
10, but not like a 7. Like
But like that's why it became so long. I feel like the fight scenes were mainly about showing how good Keanu Reeves is at that point, which good for him,
no,
like
I
he
would say
earned
I
it.
would say that
But like, look at my move. Look how well I am. Like, look at me playing around with my
When
gun. Look at
they're
me
trying
playing
to
around
get
with the fight
creative.
scene.
So you had the overhead shot scene, and then you had the scene in the middle of Paris at downtown.
They-
Come on, man! Like with the cars.
I think
That was
I
crazy,
think they
by the way.
recognized that this was the 4th movie. It's the final movie for John Wick in his series, and so they're like, all right, we have a bunch of footage to shoot, and so they shot tons of footage. I can only imagine how much movie is not even in this movie, but I know one thing. There is 2 hours and 15 minutes in this movie. there's a bunch in this movie. I do feel like some things were drawn out, but I also think that once you enter that, once you get past that 2-hour time frame, like I think you kind of have to just accept that they're going to be kind of long, which again, not necessarily bad, but they are long. Are they sick? Are they sick? Are they awesome? What? I'm gonna show a scene. I'm sharing.
By the way, like for the Paris scenes, I don't know. I didn't look it up, but was that CGI or did they actually like cut off some of those roads in order to shoot these scenes? Like that would be an insane amount of budget.
Which one is it?
That they had.
The one across the halls or the one in the center where it's circles?
Like next to l'Arc de Triomphe. The one next to l'Arc de Triomphe, I feel like that was CGI because there's no way they could cut off that portion. There's no way they could cut off the area in front of the Eiffel Tower either. But maybe Sacré-Cœur was actually there. I feel like that is more doable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they might actually have cut off a little bit of it for shooting. They do it all the time. Like it's Hollywood. They have the
Yeah, it
money.
happened. I remember with Vanilla Sky, they cut off Manhattan Square for like $1 million on a Sunday morning.
Mission
Oh
Impossible.
my
Yeah, dude, they'll cut off.
God.
They'll cut off a whole landscape.
It
All right, so
was-
this is
How
this is
how
one of
is
the cool
Mission
scenes.
Impossible even still going? I hate that
Tom
franchise.
Cruise
Like,
is an animal.
Oh
Tom
my
Cruise
God.
is actually one of the highest paid actors in America, like top 15.
Yeah, like 40
And
million.
the other 14 are all MCU actors. Like 13 MCU versus one real movie star. That's crazy. Go Tom Cruise. He's so scary. All right, this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I love
shot.
well constructed fight scenes.
Yeah.
This fight scene is well lit, well paced, very good sound. The action is tight. There's not a lot of mistakes, which means they've done this a whole lot. And now the stunt crew and Keanu, of course, is real tight. And of course, it's a beautiful continuous shot. Very sweaty work. This right here is sweaty cinematography. You gotta sit down and plan it. They put lasers on the end of the guns to make sure it's cohesive. I will say,
the soundtrack, by the way, in this movie, every single movie, the soundtrack is amazing.
why are they using dragon breath rounds in this one? It's because in the 3rd movie they got over the bulletproof clothes and he would just run around with a shotgun blowing people's heads off. Awesome. As we take it up a notch. All right, give him fireballs. Like, give him some dragon breath rounds.
You'll
You don't
see
really
in
need
Ballerina how they take it to the next level.
Oh, I can. We're shooting white phosphor track or something. Something to violate some Geneva conventions. Like, understand, this is one scene. This is one shot. So they all the cues, all the demolition, all the pyrotechnics, like all these things that are exploding like that. Like some of that CGI, but then again, some of that is practical effects. Like some of the stuff blowing out of the wall like that. Like those puffs of smoke, some of that CGI, and that's fine. But like, this is a shoot house. They probably just ran this drill literally 100 times. And just have some actors get ready. Alright, so tell me, Rugged, what's the problem here? Tell me what my problem is with this scene.
It went too long.
It's forever! Dude, we are a minute and 20 into a 4-minute shoot scene!
What's
4
wrong?
and a half! It's 4 minutes! He has killed 46 people in a minute and a half!
Like, I get it, Raj. I get that this is a very artistic scene. I get that there's so much creativity and so much
this is
passion
sick.
put into like
scene.
filming this. But also, you know, the art is in the
To be fair, this is made for the theaters, not for the when you're sitting
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
couch and you're like lazy
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like, I don't want to focus that much.
No, that's for sure. Yeah. This was for sure probably insane. I would say I agree. It's probably better in theaters. This is probably a movie that have been better in theaters. I'm glad I got to the middle part of that scene though, because I liked that tracker character. I thought he was pretty interesting.
Mr. Nobody.
Yeah. I like protagonists. I like antagonists. I like when my antagonists aren't necessarily villains, but I also like my anti-heroes. Anti-heroes are wildly misunderstood. America, for some reason, the West, we have this huge fascination with Deadpool, and we think of him as like the anti-hero, and there are so many cooler anti-heroes. You can represent so much as an anti-hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spider-Man has been an anti-hero in plenty of comic series because he's supported justice, but the law wouldn't support him. And it's like, oh yeah, law and justice didn't pick up. Now I got to go against the law, but I'm a good guy. Anti-hero, yeah, of course. The tracker was cool. He wasn't
I
a
do
villain.
like Mr. Nobody's character.
Yeah.
I liked how he shifted like throughout the movie. I wasn't bothered about his shift. He was very obvious about his stand, and like John Wick knew that, and he still didn't mind it. There was some sort of like honor code going on without even being spoken about it, which is pretty cool. I really like that dude, and I loved his dog. The dogs in this
That's
movie.
why, like, it's
Oh
a really
my
good.
God, the
Like, you have
dogs.
really good characters that you like
Yeah.
them. You know, like I don't think there's a character that we hated. Besides the first character that we wanted them to be dead. It's not like it was a loophole, you know. So we wanted the elder to die, like, 'cause he was really useless in the third movie. So that was good.
I'm still trying to understand why he had to die. I'm like, I know you gotta do it, but like,
Because
do
remember,
you
he
gotta
wanted
do it?
his ring, right? Because he gave them the ring in the third movie.
Yeah.
When they cut off his finger.
It's his wife's ring, right? It's his
Yeah.
marriage ring, right? So he wanted to go get it. He's like, I don't have it. The elder died. And they probably saw in the reviews that this was a very useless part of the third movie. So they were like, okay, let's kill them. That's why I love the John Wick series, because they learned from their mistakes throughout the franchise. Like, you'll even notice
I
it in
think so
Ballerina.
too.
Yeah,
It's
so
very obvious in the fourth one. I feel like they took a lot of,
feedback.
a lot of feedback. Like a lot of the stuff that we talked about about the third movie,
Exactly.
I thought there was improvement about it in the fourth one. So I was thinking about it like we're definitely not the first people to come up with these issues and talk about these issues. They definitely
Look at
heard what the
feedback.
people wanted.
Because if you
And
compare,
with that, came the longer fight scenes. Probably a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, John Wick is about the fighting. John Wick is about the unreal immortality style, whatever feel that he has. Like we want more fighting scenes. We love the common fighting scene. Like we want more of that." And so they just, milked the hell out of it. It's like throughout the fourth one.
because if you
It's
think
like
about it,
fights.
like, I would say Donnie Yen's character Caine is more like an improvement of the Japanese antagonist from the third movie.
Yeah.
Because
That's exactly
we
right.
talked about it. He was a bad actor first. He was a good stuntman, but a bad actor.
Phenomenal stunt. Yeah, phenomenal.
He was
stunt
introduced
fighter.
in the middle out of nowhere, and it didn't make sense. The whole fight scene, he was like trying to be honorable, and you said it was more like a kung fu. Like, it changed the whole tone of the franchise. So
Yeah, it really did.
so
It really did.
That's why I feel like
By the way,
Donnie
oh my
Yen was
God.
amazing.
You mentioning that, I remember the fight scene with the Japanese dude in, what was it, the third one?
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
compare that to the fight scene
with Caine.
with Kane in the Continental in Osaka. The artwork that is in that room, the mirror room. I don't know if that was also considered the mirror room, but it seemed like it's a branding thing that
It
maybe the
was, right?
Continental has.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. There was a lot of mirrors, right? Yeah. The
That was
mirror
in the
room.
room.
And I felt like it also added to this world of, there's a brand to the Continental. It's not just about this protection that
It
you have.
is a
It's not about
brand.
the
That's why
resources.
it's a
It is a
series about
brand.
it.
And like, yeah, yes, but like the Continental Hotel is itself, they have
I
that
know.
full room, and the artwork that they have in there is just so amazing. And they just destroyed the hell out of it. But
Blew it all up.
the artwork was just so gorgeous. It was so, so nice. I loved it.
Let's talk about Caine's introduction. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me make sure the stream also.
Caine is
considers-
badass. That's the title.
So
True.
the thing is, I remember when I was in the theaters, I was on my feet. I want to know what this Caine is about. Like he was recruited specifically to go after John Wick. And
This
he-
isn't when they introduced Caine.
Yeah,
No,
he's
like,
introduced right
this
before
one he
this,
introduced him
but
as a
I know-
fighter.
I know what you mean.
No, as a fighter.
Oh, introduced as a fighter. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
because
okay.
you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
know what he's about. You don't know how he fights. It's a blind guy. How do you know how a blind guy
Right,
fights, right? So
Well, it's Donnie Yen, so probably kung fu. So
I didn't know it was Donnie Yen. I don't know who the actors were.
Ah,
And
okay,
he
I
was
see.
wearing glasses, so I don't know like how he looks like.
I see.
So I'm on my feet. I'm waiting to know how this guy fights because he got recruited specifically to go after John Wick, and he's blind. I'm like, wow, okay,
Right.
let's see. And then the first thing he's doing in the middle of the fight, he's just like eating pasta or soup.
Eating miso soup or
And here I'm like, okay,
enjoying some pho.
show me what can you do. And then the music jumps in.
Again, the music is amazing. The soundtracks of these movies is amazing. Audio is good.
Look at this here, there's a lot of tension. When you watch it the first time, there's a lot of tension.
Yep. Oh, this, what he does now, I love this.
Yeah, amazing. Amazing.
I love this.
This
Genius.
is cool.
I didn't know what it was at first. I was like,
Exactly.
"Oh."
That's good writing. It's like they're
Mm-hmm.
putting you on your feet. You want to know, well, what is he doing?
Yeah, lazy writing would have been to beep it first and then put it on the show example of it working and then put it on the wall because audiences are dumb babies. Show me it working when you're doing it. Yeah, I knew these guys were dead when they walked in, and I could.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, everybody.
So simple and so genius. It's like,
All right. The Wing Chun.
What are you doing? Just run away.
Yeah, I'm stopping. This blind guy's kicking the crap out of him. I'm not gonna attack him anymore.
And then the signature and exit. Okay.
All right. Hot take time. One of Donnie Yen's weaker performances for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
what else
I've
has
come-
he been in? What has he done?
Donnie Yen he's Ip Man for one. He's the Ip Man. If you want to watch a sick kung fu movie, you want to watch a 9 out of 10 kung fu movie, put on Ip Man. Oh yeah. You think John Wick is good? It is. Put on Ip Man. You're gonna be like, this is incredible.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
check it
Ip
out.
Man. So Donnie
I
Yen,
really
Donnie
like
Yen.
Jen's character, yeah.
Also, Rogue One. I don't know if y'all have heard of that Star Wars movie. One of the best received Star Wars movies of all time. Donnie Yen plays a blind kung fu force user. So,
Oh, what year
oh,
was
okay,
that?
but like 3 years before this. So, I'm like, oh, okay.
That's
okay. Well, I
This-
understand.
there's a bias in your 7. It's because your Donnie Yen character is something you've seen before. That's why you weren't that
He's-
impressed. Okay.
This character in this movie is recycled from the previous movie, but Donnie Yen's character as an actor as typecast has been typecast, and I'm like, okay. Do I love Donnie Yen? Yeah.
Okay.
Did they almost give Donnie Yen a spin-off for his own Star Wars like series because he was in one spin-off movie? Yes, they were close. That's how much people love Donnie Yen. So like, don't feel bad that you loved seeing him and doing this. I have biases because I come from his movies, but like, you're not alone. People love him. He gets a lot of work.
I did love
and
his character. I
picks what
did
he wants.
love his character. He was so good. He was really very good.
He's pretty
I think,
funny,
like-
actually. I think he's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I mean, he had like not a comical character, but he did have like that vibe to him. Even when they were fighting on the stairs, like it was so easy for him to tell how many people were around. I'm like, man, come on.
Yeah, and that's my thing too. Is like, okay, like all of John Wick. Yeah, it's fantasy, it's fiction, okay, but it's grounded in realism. You know what I'm saying? There's like, you kind of have to, you do have to suspend your disbelief for some parts. Like, yeah, him just not getting shot in the head. Okay, like that's always something you can always critique the movie for, because like, why don't they just do that? Because like, why don't they just do that? But then it's like, okay, well, he knows how to get hit by cars. He knows how to get punched. He knows how to like get stabbed. So like all these wounds that he's taking would cripple one of us. He knows how to handle it. And then he got the super fixer-upper juice afterwards. So like, you know what I'm saying? Grounded in belief. These are super assassins. They're trained for this. Okay, it makes sense. How is this blind person seeing when these people are coming from? He can't. He can hear them. He can hear everyone over the gunshots. He can hear them over the gunshots. Have you ever heard a gunfire in a closed room?
You can hear their breath.
It's
You can hear their
loud
footsteps.
as hell.
Whatever.
If I let off an AK-47 in a room with you in it, you would be like,
I mean, to be fair, he did miss a lot of the pistols or shots.
Yeah.
In that scene, for example, we just showed.
I think that once like I said, when he put the beepers up, that's like the cleanest part of the whole fight scene, because it was so crisp. Because like, yeah, like you were saying, he didn't just pop him instantly. Yeah. He like dragged across. He was tracking the sound, and then he just caught dude out. But like, if the counter was there the whole time, he would have shot the counter the whole time. It's pretty cool.
I do really like how they portrayed him as kind of his equal in the opposite sense, like John Wick's equal, but in the opposite sense, in so many different factors. First of all, he does have an impairment, which he does not use as an impairment. He uses it to, build up his strength even better. That's one. And two, like there's a parallelism of like, they're both indestructible, they're both unbeatable, they're both immortal, whatever. There's one very big opposition between them, which I found very interesting, especially leading up to the last scene at sunrise when they had to duel, is that from how I see it, I think John Wick was being selfish going up to that point. That's before I saw the actual duel. Why? Because John Wick had nothing anymore. Like after this, like what kind of freedom is he searching for? Like his wife is dead, his house is burned down, he lost all his friends, and just hear me out.
Yeah.
Okay, so like he's got like nothing to go back for. Caine has everything to go back for. Like he wants the freedom of his daughter. He already lost his eyes. He's trying to like maintain this lifestyle for himself. Like he has this whole purpose to go back for. That's why I felt like John Wick was being very selfish.
What he said. That's what the Marquis said. There are 3 types of people in this world: those who have something to kill for, those who have something to live for, and those who have something to die for. And he said,
not the Marquis who said that.
The car
that was the
car dealer.
Yeah.
The car dealer.
That's the scene I have set up.
Oh,
let me show you.
Okay, but the whole idea is that it was like, no, that was the Marquis when he was talking to his second.
You're making me doubt myself now. Yeah, hold on.
No, it was the Marquis. It was talking to his Latino second command. Remember, the guy who's like Latino.
I don't know. I think it was the card shark. I think it was the card dealer.
So here, look at this.
Okay.
A blind man, a guy with a dog, and John Wick walk into a bar and take a seat at the table. That sounds like the beginning of a stupendous joke or a most profitable opportunity.
That thing cracked me up so much.
Thinks he can serve his way out.
Okay, you started in the middle of the scene. You should start earlier.
One.
You want me to start earlier? You want me to go
Thinks
back?
he can buy his
Sure.
way out.
Yeah, I can go back.
Okay, let's talk about the whole scene because I
man.
wanted to discuss it
The guy is a
as
dog.
a
Sure.
whole.
Let's go back
Let's
from
start
here.
from the beginning.
Amazing.
I don't want to see it.
This is Pod 5,
I don't want to
the
see it.
Because
first
the
fully
build-up of the
immersive
tension
system.
is amazing.
intelligent.
Mr. Vic,
Okay, where do you want to start from here?
Right the moment at the beginning of the video. That's fine.
I'm going.
Okay, let's start from here.
Can you put it full screen? Thank you.
then take a seat. Mr. Nobody. Exciting, yeah.
I love this guy. I swear, I love this
See,
guy.
this is why the characters are so good.
The characters are so good. Like there, and the dog even. Like man,
You want to kill him?
doesn't he remind you of the penguin?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
want to kill him?
Like totally.
Yeah.
I want to kill him. What about you, Mr. Vic?
I'm going to kill you.
For better, of course, yeah.
Sorry, I just need to pause right there just to note something to talk about
Yeah,
as
go
well. Like John Wick's one-liners make him sound so stupid, and I was so pissed off at that.
Only
You
in
agree?
like 4 scenes in this movie. Only in like 4 scenes in this movie.
But like
and
he
in
talks
one
so
scene
slow,
in
he's
season.
like, I'm
yeah.
going to kill. What gun is this? Like, man, like, you're so, like you are so fucking street smart.
No,
Like,
actually,
you
hold
are
on.
So street smart.
That was I literally said like only like 4 scenes. Literally that scene. Oh my god. I was like, why is he I wonder how many takes they
Take me
ran.
home.
Cuz you have to as an actor you have to practice your voices. So like
They make him
When
sound
was
so
he just, like-
stupid though. Like, why does he have to be
He's so
stupid? Like,
silly.
he's actually so like street smart. He's so like. Okay, I'm gonna keep going with the scene.
What?
We can talk about that.
Looks like we
Why?
have ourselves a genuine conundrum. A quandary, if you will. A real-life dilemma. So,
I hate this guy and I love this guy.
This guy had
Like,
a blast.
I
seriously.
thought we play a
I
game.
swear.
he had a blast in this role.
For sure.
The winner decides who lives and who does not.
I feel like they all had fun, especially in this movie. Like they had the budget,
yeah.
they had the venue, they had
Sure.
the actors.
More than you can afford.
Yeah, I'm one bullet away from being a very rich man.
What, that one?
Okay, so now that I'm gonna
Five.
probably have you stop at certain parts,
Capital.
okay?
You want me to stop here?
No, at certain parts, not now.
Alright.
I'll just let you know.
This was a very good, well shot scene, by the way.
CGI card dealing.
What? How do you know?
I have
What?
an eye for it. Yeah, it's okay.
But like, why would it be CGI?
This is
It's
real.
just cards.
Because it was from an overhead shot, and he had to throw them to him each actor. And
Okay, hang on. I need to see that. Like
Right
that
here.
one.
Yep, that's
Oh
CGI.
my god. I didn't.
Yep, come on. Come on. But I mean, imagine how many times he missed through the card in the wrong place. Like it's like, all right, dude, we'll just do the action, and we'll just CGI. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it in post. Don't worry about it.
Mr. Vic?
This is Vic.
The
Mr.
tension
Vic?
there is
Mr. Vic.
amazing.
Yeah,
Mr. Vic.
but also like this. I love this whole scene except for the actual conclusion of the card game. That's so stupid.
I didn't think it ended well either. I didn't like how it like was so sudden. I'm like, that was not. That was unnecessary.
I'm like a statistics guy, kind of ish. So when you do stuff like this, I'm like, no, you
Dead man's
didn't.
hand, Mr. Vic.
Okay, stop here.
No, you didn't.
So, a Dead Man's Hand, 2 aces and 2 eights is like a very popular historical poker hand. That's why it called him the Dead Man's Hand. So, if you know poker, you know that 2 aces and 2 eights, and I think it's a 9, the fifth one. That's literally called in poker history a Dead Man's Hand, because I think when it happened, historically, someone died when he had this hand specifically. So, the moment you see this part, you know there's some sort of cheating, because there's no way that he got lucky by getting the Dead Man's Hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the first interesting part of the scene. Okay, continue.
Is it like card by card alluding to what's about to happen that we know is about to happen?
I mean,
Kind of thing.
I mean, so the whole movie, there's a lot of foreshadowing that John Wick is
Yeah.
gonna die. It's not just here. It's everyone's telling him that the only way you'll get peace is if you die. And it's like he talked about it with Winston, with I think with Lawrence Fishburne as well. And
That's why I think he was very selfish leading up to the end. And then after what happened at the end, then I was like, okay, I get it now.
it was
But
all
I think it was
foreshadowing
very
for this-
selfish, like
yeah.
leading up to that.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I don't gamble.
See, this is why I can see how funny he is. Like, he just has
Let's
the
see.
vibe.
He is. He's actually hilarious.
Four nines and a 4.
Most impressive.
So here you ask yourself, how did he know? It's through the ink.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but this is something I knew after the movie because during it I didn't know.
Yeah, actually, I was
Thought he
wondering.
was, like,
yeah,
mostly blind.
because I was watching. I was like, "There's no way you got a royal flush after Dead Man's Hand, and then you pull it." I was like, "No, no.
And then no, but this is very interesting because there's
Blind man.
because you think, okay,
guy
if he
was
got
a
a royal
dog.
flush, why would he cheat and let the
John
other guy
Wick.
win? Because you know he's cheating by now. When he got a
Right.
Dead Man's Hand, you know it's cheating. So the other guy gets a royal flush, and you're like, wait, so he wants the other guy to win? Why didn't he do it himself? And then the twist comes at the end, which is really funny.
No, guys, this is all real. It's okay. This shit happens. What are you talking
Go
about?
a bar and take a seat. That's the table.
This is one of the best scenes in the
That
whole
sounds
movie.
like the
Honestly, I
beginning of
love
a
this scene.
stupendous joke or a most
This guy is
profitable opportunity.
amazing at this role.
Yeah, they got him looking greasy and sweaty.
Thinks he can
Hey.
serve his way out. One thinks he can buy his way out. And one thinks he can kill
his way out.
his way out.
But they don't know that they were
Each of
losing
them
from
all
the
thinks
beginning.
that they have spinning hand.
That's what he just said here.
His way out.
Right there, I think John figured it out right there that he's cheating.
Each of them all.
Each of them all think that they have the winning hand, and that for me was just iconic. I'm like, that such is life. Like such is
Exactly.
life indeed.
And the thing is, you want to know. Can you stop it for a moment?
Yeah.
So the thing is that, okay, you get the idea that he's cheating from the Dead Man's Hand and the fact that the other guy got a royal flush, and you're like, okay, if the guy got a royal flush, the best deal in poker, how is he gonna win? So this is like a very great plot twist. When I was watching it, I was like, oh my god, that's so good. Go ahead, keep going.
What's it fail to realize is that the moment they took a seat at the table, they had already lost.
Let me guess. 5 of kind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the whole vibe of clubs in John Wick, I just love that.
Yeah.
It just falls in with
Yeah.
all the soundtracks. It also falls in with the vibe of like, if you're laundering money, if you're a criminal laundering money, what's the best way that you can hide all the money? Just like open a club. No one will suspect a thing.
That's where the IRS is going first.
I think though this is the only club scene where people just don't start running away all of a sudden when people are just fighting in the middle of it. People just keep dancing and I'm like, yeah, just party on, yo.
Me, yeah, they'll be all right. Don't bump into me.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing now. We could watch the fight scene in the
No,
club
no,
though,
it's
but
fine.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Just stop sharing.
All right.
Am I too dark now? Do I need light?
Need some more sun?
It goes dark at 9:30 in Seattle.
Instantly dark, actually.
It's almost 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's 9:48.
Yeah.
Actually,
In the summer, yeah. It's very nice.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all keep going. I do want to talk about the end of the movie. I want to talk about John Wick's. Spoiler alert. The end. of
Okay,
John
I need
Wick.
some light. Hang on. I'm like
You wanna
completely
talk, you wanna
gone.
talk about him dying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually want to. I want to draw some comparisons. Let me get this scene pulled where I need it. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe we got away with this. Okay. I'm gonna share. Hold on. Do. All right, check me out. I'm gonna put us on the John Wick, and then I'm gonna put you on the real stuff. Share with sound. Nice. Yeah, can you see? This scene right here is this is good lighting. This is good angles. Obviously, it's a green screen. I'm not dumb.
I was gonna ask. I'm like, I wouldn't know.
Oh, I mean, it is really it is really good. I think this is what they call a what do they call it? It's like a type of green screen they use.
Rear screen projection.
It's like a building that does green screen instead of just a room. Like if they set up
Like a volume.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you. That's it. It's volume. It's volume. That's why it's so crispy.
By the way, I didn't understand that he died from this scene. Sally had to explain it to me. It's like he died. I'm like, no, that's not true.
I mean, he's a tired warrior. He's been fighting for 3 movies straight. He needs a break.
4 movies.
No, actually, we had a break between 1 and 2. It was 2, 3, 4, back to back to back. So like,
Yeah. If you think about it, that's like a couple weeks after 2.
yeah, he's literally not had a break. Like he's been going nonstop. All right. Boom. Yeah, boy. You know what that is? It's the end of Cowboy Bebop. We're looking at the very back end of it. Man! Come on, John. You wish you could influence international culture. You wish you could create a piece of media that is replicated and envied for decades after it's existed. You wish a character was this cool. Bang. Oh, listen to the music. Had everybody in tears. John, we did it for you, John.
Bro, that scene was not that iconic. I didn't even understand that he died until I saw the grave scene.
Oh, I mean, no. Well, that's the thing. John's only falls down like twice in the entire movie. So like, this was like okay, but again, I watched Cowboy Bebop, so this means my main character's dead. This is the death of my main character. Also, this is actually exactly Blade Runner. I don't know if you watched the Blade Runner, the new one that came out, but like
2049. Yeah.
Died on the stairs. I'm like, oh wait. Cowboy Bebop again. Blade Runner 2049. Cowboy Bebop did that. You can thank them. It's again. I don't hate that's in there. I love that that's in there because like, where do you get your influences? What influences your media? What influences the product that you're creating? Where does it come from? Like, it comes from purity. It comes from cult classics. It comes from the best forms of this genre. Like, pretty cool scene.
It's like very prominent in, especially the millennial generation, but I would say it was like a big influence in the millennial generation. Yes. And like at this point, people watch it for the franchise, not
Gen Z notoriously do not care about action movies. They do not.
They don't care about movies in general. I feel like it's just all about series now.
You are cooking. You are absolutely correct. Why if I'm a 14-year-old who is on TikTok for 3 hours a day, why would I sit through a 2-hour action movie when I could watch a compilation of their fights on TikTok?
No, there's no attention span.
Fight scene. Kill cam, kill count, fight scene, compilation, and now I've seen all the coolest parts of John Wick in 30-40 minutes. All the coolest parts, you know what I'm saying? And I have no context for the journey, but I have seen all the fights, and it's like, yeah, but that's like the guy who reads the back of the DVD box, and you're like, oh wow, what a great movie! Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what?
Guys, honestly, I don't think John Wick died. Even when I saw the end of the movie, and even after I saw the grave, I'm like, first of all, I do like the idea that he told Winston, like, I want my tombstone to say loving husband. I love that. So romantic. Like, oh, Habibi.
It's a gift.
It's a gift, but also like, even when I saw the tombstone, like, he's not dead. And then literally around the same time, Naga was like, John Wick 5 is coming out. Like, yeah, he's not dead. This guy's not dying.
Yeah.
They're not going to come off that easily. Especially, okay, can we talk about the budget that they had for this movie? It showed how much their budget grew.
It was like $100 million. So compared to Marvel movies and That's
100
like half.
million?
Yeah,
Only 100 million.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
wow.
only
Only 100 million?
yeah.
That's cheap, guys.
For such a
Jesus.
big production, yeah, like because
Yeah.
Jesus.
Marvel always goes to 200 million.
They let go of the big
Minimum.
actors, so they put it all into the movie. They even got
No,
rid of the
Reddick.
concierge. Oh my God, I was
Well,
so sad
actually,
about that.
Lance Reddick is dead, and I don't know when he died. Hold on a second.
Wait,
Who's
really?
Lance
That's the
Reddick?
yeah, he's dead. He died.
He's a
few years ago.
concierge.
What do you mean? He was in
Oh.
Ballerina.
2023.
Oh my god.
So they're using AI to cover it to make his face, or CGI to do his face and stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh
I didn't
no,
want to
that's
say
so
it because
sad.
people get mad at me when I'm like, oh, they CGI that person's face, and they're like, no, and I'm like, oh. I have like a super uncanny valley. Like you can't show me AI and fool me. Never once have I ever been fooled once. You can't. It looks completely fake. Even
No,
CGI looks
that's
fake
right.
to me.
When
Like
you were
when I see
watching the
CGI, like
So
you're not
Just
tricking me.
flies over my head. It's like,
so the movie
Yeah.
got released after his death.
Okay.
And He was in it. Yeah, he was in it.
But Ballerina though.
Ballerina, yeah. So Ballerina
I
was his
would-
last movie. Oh my god.
I would like to
Oh, wait, when
believe
did
that
Ballerina
I
come out?
can-
Like a couple weeks ago.
Like a few weeks ago, yeah.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say it just came out. Wait. Oh, but he was already shooting. He's already been making the movie though. Okay.
No, he died in 2023.
Oh.
They weren't already in production when he died.
They had to be. They had to be.
They had
filming.
to be.
2 years prior.
Like, there's no way it took them just 1 year.
I mean,
to make the-
he's not in that many scenes, so it doesn't.
Oh yeah, they probably could have shot his stuff real early.
Yeah. And maybe they changed the script in case he died during production.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way, like with John Wick 4, I could not tell. Like, I was literally actively watching. I'm like, did they rent out this menu or is it CGI? Did they rent it out? Is it CGI? I couldn't tell. I could not tell. Like, it was very impressive. Like, I could feel how expensive it was. Even if it wasn't, I could feel like, oh my God,
I mean,
there's
$100 million you would consider it like on the edge between medium budget and high budget. It's not necessarily high budget. Like there are medium
Right.
budget movies that go up to 80 million. You know, like
Yes.
For me, it's not, I'm not thinking about it in the sense of like, that is the budget. I'm thinking of, even with that budget, I couldn't tell if the budget was low. I could just tell that the budget was high because of how well they did the production of everything.
It was the highest budget for the Wick movies, right?
It was the highest budget of
that
all
was
of
the
them.
highest one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
we
mean, it
talked
looked
last
like
time
it.
the third was like 40 million, 50 million,
Yeah.
something like that.
I mean,
I
if
mean,
you-
just look at the CGI in the fourth movie. It's really good. It's
I mean,
way
Really is
better.
very good.
to be fair, editors don't get paid much, so
Who doesn't?
the editors.
Oh yeah,
VF,
no, they are.
VFX people like no, nothing like
Those
that.
people are those people deserve so much more.
I
They
think-
deserve so many more rights. Oh my god.
I think like editors, they only get paid like $40-50 an hour. That's like
Well, at least they're getting paid something livable, I suppose.
but-
But that's a brutal job, dude. Editing is brutal.
Yeah, I
Ask
agree.
anyone who's ever had to make a YouTube video. Like,
Seriously.
you know that like 2 hours of shooting is 2 hours of editing. Like, you're not.
I hope
you're not
I hope AI is helping them now. So
It doesn't, because they
Not yet.
they don't have good timing. They don't have any timing confidence. I don't like it.
okay, what else do you all want to talk about? I want to talk about the most useless character in the whole franchise, which is the Elder.
Yeah,
I'm so
why even
glad they
introduce
killed
him?
man. Yeah, I'm so glad they killed him.
If you're gonna introduce power scale, like, all right, so I love power scaling. I think power scaling is something I do when I watch any show. It doesn't need to be necessarily like an anime, like fighting anime. It can literally be like, who's the best assassin in the John Wick movie, in the John Wick franchise? Who's the best? Genuine question. Top 5 best assassins in the John Wick movies go. Who are the top 5 the best? Are you putting John at number 1? Where's Common? Where's Donnie Yen's character? This is
Or
power scaling.
in the
This is
top
power
5?
scaling. This is how this. Yeah. This is power scaling. This is where you go. All right. How can I rank their functionality, their ability? If I'm watching a show about geniuses, who's the top 5 smartest? How do you quantify that? How do I quantify the
How's
top
that related
5
to the Elder?
assassins? Because he's an elder, right? Upper echelon of this table, the high table, the world elite, super underground of the underground assassins. does nothing, accomplishes nothing, provides nothing.
Oh no, they're
Provides
losers. They are complete losers, and they showed them to be complete losers in this movie. They
except
just have
except
the idea of the elders.
except the madam at the ballerina school. She was relevant.
Yeah.
She had a great impact. Even the third movie being as it was, that is a very important. That
Moment,
was
yeah.
incredibly important world building. That's when I watched that scene, I was like, yeah, they're gonna make a movie off of this.
Because the
And
family
they
part
did.
was really good.
They
Like
did.
even though like they didn't get a lot of screen time.
Right,
I think
exactly.
It was his sister Katya, her name, I think. Like she that was a good part of the movie. That was a good build up. Like we saw
Yes.
John Wick in a very weak position, which is something I like.
Yes.
Like you don't want to show your character that he's like Superman all the time, you know?
Yes, and not weak, just vulnerable because he's made himself vulnerable to these people. He's made himself vulnerable. John
And
Wick's not
and
vulnerable
it's
to
right
anybody.
after Winston was kind of like turning his back around. He's like, "What? You're gonna keep killing people? Then what? They're gonna bring some other
Yeah.
people. Like, what's gonna happen? You need to end it.
Exactly.
You need to find a way to end it." And this is where the character development of John Wick is happening. He's like, "Okay, what's my purpose in life?" And this brings us back to what I was talking about before, which is there are three types of people in this world: those who have someone to kill for, those who have someone to die for, and those who have someone to live something to live for. And the Marquis says, Caine has all three, but John has none. So that's what Caine is incentivized.
Yeah, I remember the scene now.
He
Now
did say that.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
I remember
Okay,
that
yeah.
now.
And that's why the Marquis
Okay.
was like really confident that Caine has something to offer. Because if you think about it from a Caine's character perspective, he gave his eyes away. Why? Because he wants to make himself useless for the table so that they don't ask anything from him, so that he spends time with his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of his character and like the whole echo and essence of why we all like him as a character. But then still, against his will, they bring him back because they know that's how good he is.
He's as
very
good
good.
as he's as good as John Wick is while blind.
100%.
So do you think that
100%.
do you think that John as Baba Yaga in his prime before retirement was a better assassin, or do you think that Donnie Yen's character, Caine's character, before he was blind and before he retired in his prime, who was a better assassin?
That's a good point. Maybe Donnie Yen. I would say Donnie.
This is power scaling. This is power scaling. This is where you go.
That's a really good point. No,
Mm-hmm.
that's a really good point. I didn't
And so,
notice
but
it.
it also to provide a context again, the round table members, like I imagine the madam of the ballerina hall was actually probably a pretty relevant assassin. I bet she could have killed somebody. I bet she had it in her. You know what I'm saying? She's probably talented. She's probably skilled. But she's retired. She leads a school now. So like, you don't really expect the professors to do all the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only in the beginning when they're teaching. But once the students have surpassed the masters, then they move on to that mentor role, and they, you know what I'm saying, that they can drop off on the power scale. But it sucks when you have people high up on the totem pole who don't provide any contextual level up or contextual step up. Then you're just filler in the power scale. Like, oh yeah, this person could be number 2, but we actually haven't seen them fight. Everyone just says they're the strongest. Shut up then. Then shut up. Then you don't get to go on the power list. You don't get to be in the top 3 assassins. Like, you're not actually the top 3. You haven't seen it. You can't prove it.
Lawrence Fishburne.
I do love him.
Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, I agree.
I want to make
Top 5.
I want to make a review session just about his character. We'll plan this out.
Is he? Can I ask you? Is he in Ballerina?
No.
Lawrence
He
Fishburne.
needs to
Morpheus?
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not in
He
Ballerina.
needs.
no.
He really needs to be. He's such. I think he is an integral part of the John Wick universe because he's the underground.
I think like right now with Ballerina, they're probably testing the waters of the franchise, see like how much they want to expand it, and I think right now they do have the tools to make it like a comic book franchise, you know, like Marvel, like DC,
Yeah.
like something like they can build a whole world out of it.
Oh, that would be interesting to see that.
And I feel that it will work out because the only issue with the John Wick franchise so far is that it's not really known out there. Like you ask a normal person, they don't even know who John Wick is, right? Like maybe not that when we first. She's like, who's that?
It's like a pop culture reference at best. Like,
But I feel that right now, as the franchise becomes more known, they will make this world bigger, and definitely Lawrence Fishburne is going to be a very important part of it.
You know, Raghib, I feel like you believe that is very much something that's gonna happen. And I do see how much you really believe in the John Wick franchise, and I love that.
But you agree with me?
I could totally see John Wick becoming something bigger, like making comic books out of John Wick and all that. I would love to see that. That would be cool. And then Disney would buy it out eventually because it can't keep
Yeah,
up with them.
yeah. I mean, eventually they would buy it out.
And then
Yeah, they
John Wick
definitely have
becomes
John
part of
Wick
the
comics.
Marvel.
I mean,
Oh, there's John Wick's comics?
They had John Wick comics since 2017.
Oh, nice, nice,
I
nice.
was wondering,
I
I
could
was like,
totally see like either
pretty sure I've seen
DC or
some.
Marvel buying out John Wick. I feel like John Wick would fit better in DC than in Marvel. Like if they want to buy it out.
yeah.
I like that. I would see that. I would totally watch that. That would be fun.
Maybe.
I
or
think
Dark
that's the
Horse.
most I think that's the most aspect that I enjoyed about the fourth. It did have like more,
The
you know,
expansion.
superhero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
more
expansion
superheroes.
part.
It's an epic. It's an
Totally,
epic.
totally.
It's yeah.
I did like that a lot.
I mean, that's how you're gonna keep the franchise alive. You don't want to keep having one character just shooting random people, right? You have
You
to
got to
bring-
give him some. You got to give John some magic powers. Stop playing. It's the fifth one. What are we doing? I want to see him blow someone's head up with his mind.
Okay, no, here's the thing. I know we're supposed to wrap up, but here's the thing. With the fifth movie, if you think about it, let's say they bring him back from the dead for whatever way,
Zombie.
they can convince us in a good way without making it sound cliche or like, oh, one of those movies where suddenly, like, you know, when like in Fast and Furious, when the Japanese character suddenly comes back from, that was so bad. Oh my god, like that was
That's
so
so
bad.
bad.
That was
That's
so
so
bad.
bad.
But in the
that's
DC's
terrible.
Justice League, the way they brought Superman back, that was really good. I'll give it to them. No, you disagree?
It's only good because it comes. That's how it's based on the source material. That's how the
but
source material.
I don't know what the source material is. I know that there's a
It's
build-up
it's
to
the
it.
exact same thing. He does get defeated by Doomsday, but then he puts himself into like a coma basically, and like his heart stops, and he like kind of regenerates himself over time and wakes back up, and he's like, no, round 2 Doomsday, and he comes back. And
But
beats
the whole idea is that in the Justice League, the build-up to bringing him back to life, it was a good build-up, and I was like, oh my god, they can do it to bring Superman again. Yes, let's do it. And if you give me that feeling, it means you were
Yeah.
successful. That's what movies are all about. It's just one feeling when you're on your toes.
I think realistically, the way they shot the fourth scene, the reason I watched it again is because they show him falling over, which is a finality for the audience. It is finality for the
I mean,
audience.
I
It
don't
is.
mind if he's still dead. By the way, I don't mind.
Exactly. Because they gave us his death.
Yeah.
It wasn't an off-screen maybe
I don't
not.
mind. I don't mind if
gave it to us.
they keep the word and.
But
Yeah,
because they didn't show him getting buried
Yeah.
or on the autopsy table,
Yeah, that there's a small way they can work around it, but again, I don't
yeah.
mind. Like, let's say a prequel, or let's say another character that's doing something, and then John Wick comes in because it happened before he died. Let's say Caine. I mean, I would assume Caine's spinoff is gonna be when he was not blind. I would assume so. I don't know, but maybe.
oh yeah.
I would assume it's.
hope not.
I would assume it's
I
during
would-
the part where he can see. You know, so.
I
Yeah.
would totally imagine if they're bringing John Wick back, he was not gone in the beginning. I was thinking that he just faked his death for the sake of, you know, people to stop following him and he can actually
Yeah.
retire in peace.
Yeah, if that's the case, I just hope the build up to it or the convincing is enough. You know, it's not like you just suddenly show him like they did in Fast and Furious. Like, oh, how
Please
are
don't
you
compare
not
John Wick to
dead?
Fast and Furious. Like Fast and Furious is just such a no-brainer show. Like there's nothing to do.
No, it's just
Man.
no, because the way the character died was really important.
Yeah,
then
and
they-
he really died.
For,
He was really dead.
they bring him
They had a
back and
funeral for his burned body. Like
Seriously.
dead.
and then they're like, "Oh, how are you not dead?" And they give us like a monologue which doesn't make any sense. I don't even remember what he said. That's how bad it
I
was.
got out of the car before it exploded, and you buried a different body. Did we? Because we had your mom come in and identify your corpse. She's traumatized. So
Because it's in relation to Tokyo Drift, which is argumentatively the best Fast and no, you don't
that's
like Tokyo-
literally the worst Fast and Furious movie. I can't believe you even said that. I hate that movie so much. I hate that actor, that country. I hate that guy. I can't stand his head. I don't like his
To be
big
fair, I
face.
was a kid when I watched it, so maybe any movie I watched, I would have said. it was amazing.
Look, if your character dies on some stairs, if my protagonist action character dies on a set of stairs,
He's dead.
no. That's the same as in Star Wars, you dying, falling down a hole. You might not be dead. There's a high chance you're alive somewhere. It's an art form, in fact. in Star Wars, if someone falls down like a pipe or a tube or a tunnel or something, they're not dead. They'll be back. And same for a lot of these characters. Like, this is like the ultimate way of giving me like closure of my character, but at the same time, we can bring him back. We can bring him back. He's not really dead. He didn't die brutal.
Any final comments at the end of the, which was thought to be the John Wick franchise, but it's not anymore. So any final comments? Maybe. Yeah. We're doing the Continental tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah.
Mac and I
did just watch episode 1. I'm so scared of Mel Gibson. If Mel Gibson was like in my house at night, I would probably go out the window and burn the house down. Like, I would be so scared of him. I'm so frightened. I just don't know what he's gonna do. I feel like at any time I'm just waiting for him to do something insane. And so like every scene I'm just like I'm literally like gripping my seat like, oh my God, what's he about to say or do? And then he's just like a dude. I'm like, okay. At the end of each scene I'm like tired. I'm like, okay. Oh, nothing happened. But I'm just waiting. I'm just because he's such an insane person. In real life, and so like seeing him on camera, I'm just like, like what's about to happen? It's a cool movie, man. It was a cool movie. John Wick 4 is pretty cool. I might watch it again. If I'm on an airplane,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might throw John Wick 4 on real quick. 7-hour flight. Might as well throw this on. Not watching Hamilton again. Good gracious. I can't watch it anymore. I'm sick of it.
I'd watch another John Wick. I'd totally watch another John Wick.
What's your
At
last
this point,
comment on the franchise in general and the movie?
It's a world I can't believe I haven't been exposed to before. Like, seriously, it's so Keanu Reeves is amazing. Like, if I were to say, if I wanted to compare the John Wick series to Mission Impossible, I'd be like, fuck Mission Impossible. Let's burn that shit down. Keep John Wick for sure. Keanu Reeves is amazing.
There's 6 Mission Impossible, so yeah, they only got
They should just stop.
two more John Wicks to go.
Why?
7,
Why?
8,
They keep
8.
going?
Oh my good God, 8.
No, I remember the
never
5th
mind.
one came out when I was in college. Like, no.
Yeah, I'm
no.
about to say way longer.
But yeah, I totally watched John Wick 5. I want to watch everything related to John Wick at this point. I'm
Oh,
invested.
okay. We're doing.
I'm invested.
You want to do Continental with us? I mean, we can. No. She's like, I don't want to watch a series. I'll just watch movies right now. I'm a millennial. I'm a millennial.
You're a millennial too. You're a millennial too.
I am.
Yeah, we're doing the Continental. It's good. There's a lot of
Nice.
character development for the John Wick universe, so that's good.
I'm down to watch it. I'm not down to watch it this quick, though. I need a break.
Okay, you'll join us with the whole season. It's only 3 episodes, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, just take your time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We'll do a series recap, but they're hour-long episodes. So,
okay.
or actually like an hour and 20. Episode 1 hour and 20. So they're like
but
movies.
It's good. It's good. So first episode was good. I liked it. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully if they do a John Wick 5, they need to do a bunch of new things. They need to they don't need to make a whole new movie, but they kind of do have to change a lot of things. Like, it's the 5th one.
Look, they listen, so that's good.
They do listen.
I'm happy about that. Like a lot of Marvel big movies, they don't listen. They just want to do what's in their head. It's always this one producer who's like, no,
Yes.
I decide, and that ruins everything. You know, like changes.
Yeah, but Marvel
changes
doesn't
the-
care. Like, they have a bunch
changes-
of good ones. They have a bunch of bad ones.
Yeah.
Like, I could do without what's that
Yeah.
guy Ant-Man?
Ant-Man. Yeah.
I could do
Ant-Man.
Like, I one of the
Honestly,
worst
What
movies
I'm trying to
ever.
say is that they listen, so that's good. Like John Wick people, they listen to us. To
Yeah.
all the feedback, they apply it, because you'll notice in Ballerina, like they fix things.
No,
Like,
okay.
you'll notice it. Like that's why it's really good, because they
Cool.
listened. So yeah. I'm excited for. I want to discuss the cult aspect with you all when you watch Ballerina. So
Okay.
we'll do that.
All right.
And thank you.